Well, good morning. Let's get everything ready. Start our day out. Quick video. No smoke, puff, windows, whatever. Magic at the beginning or whatever. It's going to be straight up. Where have all the truck driver ambassadors gone? Trucker's Coach. Where's he at? And others. There's still a lot of videos out here for drivers that are looking for information about trucking. Unfortunately, I'm not a channel that does 100% dedicated trucking. Mine is more of what I go through from day to day, time to time, trials, tribulations of my trucking career, which has expanded over 20 a while, should I say. Over the road driver, I've been in trucking, in a truck, driving, back in trucks, docking trucks, 18-wheelers, should I say, for 2006. And this truck pulls out now. I got a light in my face. Thank you, fella. 2006 when I became an over-the-road truck driver. I started 100%. I don't know what that big boom was. I started from the bottom of the trucking world, and to get where I'm at today has been a journey and a half, should I say. So if you like things like that, want to know what truck drivers make, feel free to ask. I'm not as scared to point you to where I'm working at now. They need 5 years experience, local, need to be somewhere in the upper state of South Carolina. Depends on how far you want to drive back and forth to work every week. That's the number one thing. I'd say it kind of be local to upper state of South Carolina. You know, you don't want to drive 250 miles every Sunday just to go to work, you know, when you got off the truck on Friday, most of the time. Another question was, how many days a week do I work? Well, last week I had went to Florida, and freight is so crazy coming out of Florida for us. So I had to sit there till about 11 o'clock after I delivered and wait till they found me a load to get me back to the upper state of South Carolina. So I ended up going to Charleston to pick up, and hang on, let me fix this light. How about that? I fixed it. Okay, so I ended up picking up in Charleston, South Carolina. So I ended up the first leg of, so that was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. By Tuesday afternoon, I was looking at about 800 miles, maybe 900. So ended up taking a load, going to Indianapolis, drove another 120 miles that day, shut down, ended up Indianapolis, come back, another short run. And so I didn't end up, something else happened, I forgot. Oh, truck broke down with the depth system in Chicago as I was going to Chicago. That's what messed me up. Wasn't Indianapolis. Anyway, the truck broke down, so it laid me over about a day. So I ended up just staying out over the weekend, resetting in the truck. So that way I would start this week off on a better leg. So Sunday I ended up in Elkton, Kentucky, delivering. Wasn't supposed to deliver till later on that night. They went ahead and took it off early. So I finished my break there while I was in Elkton. Then I went on to somewhere in Tennessee. I guess I need to look, don't I? Hang on a minute, y'all. I don't even remember where my paperwork is. Here it is. I went and picked up in Cumberland, somewhere around Cumberland, Tennessee. So this delivers this morning. Today is, I don't even know where my pen's at. Okay, it's not the 18th. Yesterday was the 19th. Today's the 20th. So I'll deliver, I'm about 38 miles from my delivery, anywhere from 8 to 2 today. So I think my time comes back at, well, it just had to come back because it came back at 6 something this morning. So we'll go deliver that somewhere in the neighborhood around, try to get there by 8:30, and that way 8:30 to 9:30, about an hour maybe for sit, deliver, and all that. We'll get ready to get another load. But it's just a little blah blah how my weeks and stuff go. Some of these ambassadors out here talk about all this big money that they're making and stuff. If you scroll through some of my videos, you know what our company's paying versus the other companies. The difference in our company is you can make your money in less days out than working for other companies, being on the road 7 days a week. Yes, you do have to have 5 years experience. You need to be a self-motivator, a self-go-getter. Sometimes dispatch will give you a name. Look here. That's all I got is a name. So you got to be able to Google, call somebody, sometimes just to find where you need to go. You don't always get pickup numbers from these brokers. So, that's the reason they look for 5 years of experience, because if you've been in the business as long as some of our drivers are or have been, of course a lot of us are failed, retired owner-operators. So we kind of know how to be self-sufficient out here on the road with a little bit of information. And that's the number one thing over here, is that's what they're looking for, because we're so compacted as a group of drivers and dispatchers that that they just, here it is, go take care of it. Yeah, it is no forced dispatch over here. Yes, they will ask, can you do this? Can you do this? Or can you go there? They will give you plenty of options. Yeah, they're going to get mad, they get disturbed, but my biggest thing is I have a goal every week, and I try to get my goal. So if I start out with 200-300 mile run at the beginning of the week, or I think least one I do is 378. Anything below 350 is what we call regional, which is a whole different ball game over here. I'm over the road. driver, and it's anything from 350 above, you know, all the way to California, whatever. That's, I think 350, maybe 390 is how they classify that. But we do have one run. It's called the Turkey Run. It's 378 miles. I really don't like those kind of runs. I'd rather be 400 plus to start the week off. That way your deficit to making your miles is smaller. Especially over here if you're trying to get home on Friday. But last week we just had 2 issues that just throw us all the way out of the whack. But you have to be very selective and knowing if you're going to specialize. That freight that I had to take, it was lift gate. So, you know, not everybody in the country loads a lift gate. So you have to kind of dig through clients that you can just back up and they put a platform in and load. So we have some places that do that because, you know, some of these lift gates you can't, because they have that hook, you know, it hooks onto the bumper. So a lift gate is kind of different, you know, because you have to let the gate down and that thing's in the way. And it's issues. So if you take lift gates over here, it can work out good. You can get plenty of miles, but sometimes you shoot yourself out of your goal every week. I kind of did that last week, but I thought I was going to make it up, which I would have made it up, but I had a mechanical breakdown when the pump went out for the depth system last week. But that's about as much as the ambassador of trucking that I am. I do know some things about trucking. Most of them are through Hard Knocks. So I hope y'all can get a little bit of information out of my crazy life over here and succeed in trucking. And if you have any questions about trucking, anything, Truckers Coach has a Facebook page. There are some ding-dongs on there when you ask questions, but even though if you have a stupid question, somebody will give you an answer. Might not be, if it don't sound right, just kind of ponder on it, because there are some ding-dongs on the Truckers Coach page when you ask questions. I came off the page because I was trying to help drivers, and when I'd put my 2 cents in, somebody'd come back with a ding-dong answer. So I said, well, you know, I just put my information on here. If anybody wants it, ask the question, I'll give you an answer. Might not be what you're looking for, but it's what I know or what I have went and found, and relaying the information back. So 14 minutes, it's 6 o'clock. Somebody either killed a skunk or that bull hauler over there. I'm not joking. Show y'all. Either that bull hauler over there is hauling dead skunks, or beside this restaurant over there, one done run somewhere, and this whole place smells like a skunk. I ain't even gonna get out of the truck. It woke me up out of my sleep. Alrighty, enough for Squirtle. Thank y'all for stopping by. We'll catch up with y'all later.